Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Katie Asco from Dublin, Ireland, and these are your latest headlines from around the world. In the US state of Texas, Governor Greg Abbott has ordered the Youth Protection Agency of the state to probe the use of gender-shifting procedures on children. He has ordered an investigation on parents and medical providers who potentially violate the law. In a memo written to Agency Commissioner Jamie Masters, Abbott said because the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, the DFPS, is responsible for protecting children from abuse, I hereby direct your agency to conduct a prompt and thorough investigation of any reported instances of these abusive procedures in the state of Texas. The Texas law also imposes a duty on DFPS to probe the parents of a child who is made to undergo gender transitioning procedures. This order comes after State Attorney General Ken Paxton gave his legal opinion on February 18th, stating that transition-related medical therapies are nothing but child abuse. Pope Francis has called on the faithful across the globe to pray and fast for Ukraine on Ash Wednesday, March 2nd. The Holy Father reiterated his appeal for peace during his General Wednesday audience on February 23rd, urging the world to pray for an end to what he calls the diabolical senselessness of violence. On Thursday, February 24th, Russia launched attacks on what it defined as military targets in Ukraine, beginning the much-anticipated invasion of the country. Russian troops have also landed on Ukrainian shores at strategic locations. The Holy Father appealed to political leaders to examine their consciences before God. He concluded his appeal by seeking the intercession of Mary, the Queen of Peace, to preserve the world from the madness of war. There is good news in Iraq, where as many as 120 Christians and Sabians have been offered back their homes and property after they were illegally usurped by mafias during the Islamic State occupation. A committee formed by popular Shiite cleric Muqtada al-Sadr is responsible for this stroke of justice. One of the committee members said on Monday that the mafias thought these people had no support, but that they were wrong, as al-Sadr will not allow encroaching on other people's properties. The recovered properties include houses, agricultural lands, factories and shops across Baghdad, Nineveh, Basra and Kirkuk. The committee expressed hope that their initiative will bring back Iraqi Christians and Sabians who had fled the country during the Islamic State occupation. Meanwhile, in the US, a statue depicting the Holy Family at St. Margaret Mary Catholic Church in San Antonio, Texas, has vanished overnight. Vicar Fr Jimmy Drennan first noticed the statue's absence and, along with his congregation, is praying for its safe return. The statue featured St. Joseph standing next to Our Lady with his arms around her shoulder and Jesus as a teenager with one hand raised in benediction. Fr Drennan said that his church has had to deal with acts of vandalism in the past. He added that the statue weighs around 300 pounds and rests on a plinth that is 4 feet high, meaning it could not have been taken away by a person acting alone. On Tuesday, February 22nd, a group of Christian physicians in the US state of California filed a lawsuit against the state. This comes as California revised its 2015 assisted suicide law last year, forcing healthcare workers to take part in assisted suicide, even if it violates their conscience or religious beliefs. As per the new regulations, a physician who personally opposes assisted suicide has to document a patient's request for the procedure, educate the patient about it, and then shift the patient's files to another doctor who is willing to proceed. This legal change has prompted members of the Christian medical and dental associations to file a lawsuit. The physicians are being represented by attorneys of Alliance Defending Freedom, who say the new amendment will force many physicians of faith to leave their profession. France has become the latest European country to extend access to abortion. The French Parliament on Wednesday, February 23rd, voted to extend its legal abortion limit from 12 to 14 weeks. France has now joined Spain and Austria in making abortion fully legal up to 14 weeks of pregnancy, while the UK has a 24-week limit. Lawmaker Albin Gallo initially proposed the bill in 2020, and it gained backing from President Emmanuel Macron's party. In a final vote in the National Assembly, 135 members voted for the bill, 47 against and 9 abstained. Abortions after 14 weeks remain legal in France if a baby is believed to be terminally ill or if the mother's health is believed to be at risk. Earlier this year, the European Bishops' Conference expressed their concern over Macron's proposal to include abortion as a fundamental right in the EU Charter. As the military crackdown on people's resistance in Myanmar continues, soldiers have arrested 2 Catholic priests in Shan State. Father John Paul Lewell and Father John Bosco of the St. Therese Little Way Missionary Institute were arrested on February 21st by the junta and the Phao National Army, an ethnic armed group. Confirming the arrest, a senior priest from Pekong Diocese added that the reason for the detention is not yet known. The priests were arrested at a checkpoint and were with a young student and 2 car drivers at the time. The priests belong to the Diocese of Pekong and Shan, which is one of the states severely affected by the fighting between the military and ethnic militia. Churches and clergy have continuously been targeted by the junta on suspicion of protecting rebels. President of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, has condemned the decriminalization of abortion in its neighboring country, Colombia. On Monday, February 21st, the Constitutional Court of Colombia voted to decriminalize abortion up to the 24th week of pregnancy, with a majority of 5-4. In a Twitter message, the Brazilian president said, "As far as I'm concerned, I will fight to protect the lives of our children until the very end." Currently, abortion is allowed in Brazil only if the mother's life is believed to be at risk or in cases of rape. In 2006, a Colombian court ruling had partially legalized abortion, allowing it in circumstances of rape, so-called fetal abnormalities, and if the mother's health is believed to be at risk, with no time constraints. Meanwhile, the president of Colombia, Ivan Duque, has also condemned the recent decriminalization of abortion in his own nation, and the Catholic bishops of Colombia have expressed their perplexity and deep pain after the decision of the Constitutional Court. Those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow and visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.